What's good, guys? DJ Sienna Chanel here with another Sienna segment. And yep, you see her face behind me. She looks like she's about to say something. We're going to do a reaction video. So whatever my girl Candace about to say, let's check it out.
Are you proud to be white? And I'll ask the same question if you're black and you're watching this. Are you proud to be black? Is it okay to say that you are proud to be anything except for white? So racism toward white people is all but permitted in today's society. I think we should all be acknowledging that. I think that's why, as you know, a couple of days ago, I was very happy to welcome Ami Kozak on the show, and he was talking about the outrage that he felt at the anti-Semitism that he's seeing on campuses. And I offered back to him, what about the outward racism that has been executed against white people for years? I mean, things have flipped. Now you can outwardly say that you hate white people, and you won't even be censored. You won't have your videos pulled down. Nobody will call you a racist. It's acceptable, definitively in the post-George Floyd BLM era. And so this video has been making the rounds. It's really interesting to dissect and to talk about. It was done by a group called Jubilee, in which they asked a group of white people whether or not they were proud to be white on a scale. They were comfortable with saying that they were proud to be white. Let's take a look at how they responded.
Just be in the middle.
Yeah. Can there be a middle?
All right.
Gotta pick a side. Pick a side. I think guiltily, I'm like happy that I'm not oppressed, but I'm not proud of like things people have done in the past.
When I think of being proud of something, I think of something I worked for, or that I had to do nothing to be white.
Okay, so just to show you how those people responded, the majority of them strongly disagreed with the statement that they were proud to be white. Two of them stayed in the center and said, I don't really know what to say. And they reasoned, you saw the young white girl, she said, well, first and foremost, I'm happy that I'm not oppressed, which is a really stunning statement. Essentially what she's implying there is that to be white means to be privileged, and that to be black means to be oppressed. I am black, I am not oppressed in any regard whatsoever. In fact, I consider myself to be remarkably privileged. I have a family, I have a husband that loves me. I have children that are healthy. I'm about to give birth to my third child, but she can't even process that. She's like, well, I'm white, so I'm happy that I'm at least safe and allowed to be privileged. The gentleman behind her says, when I think of just generally speaking the word proud, well, I'm going to be proud of something that I've actually accomplished, and I just am born white. I didn't really accomplish anything by being born white. And actually, I want to give some credence to that. I actually agree with that statement. If somebody had asked me, are you proud to be black? I was just born black. I didn't really accomplish anything. I think a better question would be, are you ashamed to be black? And the answer is absolutely not. I actually quite enjoy being black, especially in today's society, as I said, since there's so much outward racism toward.
In November 2012, Cornelius
That's why
Dever
she
sued
enjoys
Wells Fargo
being black,
because there was
because
a
she could
dispute
outwardly be
over
racist to white people.
White people, I actually feel like I have more of the ability to say what that young white girl said. I should be like, yeah, it's kind of better to be here, a little bit more privileged, because you can say more. You can be more honest in today's society and have to face somewhat less smears than you would if you were a white person. Quite remarkably, they conducted this same experiment amongst a group of black individuals, and their reaction to the question was quite different. Take a listen.
I am proud to be black.
Right.
Well, all right, y'all. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm proud.
I'm glad that we all strongly agree. Yeah.
They all strongly agreed with that statement, and they applauded. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, even if I don't necessarily agree that there's something to be proud of just being born. But hey, good. Why such a disparity? Why such shame when it's a white person,
It's called
and
cognitive
such pride
dissonance.
when it's a black person in today's society? What does that tell us? Well, I think it speaks to the fact that black people are being told that just for the sake of being black, they should garner a pride. They should be proud to be black. And yet that's remarkable when you consider the circumstances of the black community, how we are living, how we are being influenced culturally, who we have put at the head of our culture. Not exactly things to be proud of. And when you tell that truth, you get rejected from the community. because we have learned to love the things in our community that is rotting our community. We've learned to love criminality, to celebrate criminality. When people put it into a song, we say, oh, this person's so amazing when they're talking about drugs, when they're talking about prostitution, when they're talking about their body parts. We are the only community that is not being told to fix the issues within our community so that we can advance in society. That makes me really sad. And then there's this. This is the video that I want to show you, and it is stunning to consider. This is welcomed on the internet. Like I said, I have to be careful every day of what I say on this show for fear of strikes and fears of videos being taken down. And so my jaw hits the floor when I see what is allowed, people that don't have to worry about what they say on the internet. And this young woman who is on TikTok has put together an alphabetized list of insults that you can aim at white people. Take a listen.
Bruh, y'all were asking for my white people insult collection. I got y'all. We don't gatekeep around here.
Here is the list that she put together that I'm about to show you. Her white people insults list is alphabetized. A, she has ash ape, Arctic menace. Under B, she has baking soda slugs, beach flamingos, birch trees, bird caca, or bird blanco bullies, blanket banshee, bleached balloons, bleached demons, blizzard bliss, borax bats, bleached snow monkey. Under C, she has capital climbers, cauliflower conqueror, and cauliflower crunches. The list goes on. Coconut shavings, we've got cornstarch characters, cotton ball flies, cotton swabs, colonizer, cave dweller, Casper crickets.
Colonizer is real.
It goes on and on and on. So what is remarkable to consider is that what we are looking at, it looks like in her notes on her phone, she actually sat down and created a list, A through Z, of racist things that you can call white people behind their backs or in their faces. Right? These are white people insults. You can say this in their face, because it's 2023, and as I said, nobody cares about white people anymore. Nobody cares what white people are having to endure on the internet. We are being told that every other race is a victim, and we all need to use our platforms to talk about their victimhood, except for what is so obviously in front of us. We live in a remarkably anti-white, racist society. This shouldn't be okay. This young woman should effectively have her entire life ruined, I'm judging by today's social standards, for putting together this list. And by the way, I would agree with that. I would agree that any person that sits down and puts together a list of things that you can call black people, imagine that. Just imagine that. Flip the world. Pretend that was a white girl on the internet and she said, here, I've alphabetized the list, A from Z, of what you can call black people. And she started talking about animals, and she started talking about products in her home that were black. She started talking about tar. She started talking about monkeys. How would the world react to that? And why isn't the world reacting to a young black woman that is doing the exact same thing? It's not reverse racism that we're seeing. It's just racism, and it's always despicable. And that's all I'm going to say about that. As we spend time with our families this holiday season, we are reminded of our responsibility to protect them. That includes planning to secure their future. Policy Genius makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from top companies and find your lowest price. Their licensed agents work for you, not the insurance companies. That means that you can trust their guidance because they don't have an incentive to recommend one insurer over the other.
How do I stop it?
There are no added fees, and your personal information will be kept private. A good life insurance plan can give you peace of mind that if something happens to you, your family will be able to cover mortgage payments.
Okay. Well, Candace, Owens, you know, we can't always disagree, sister. I still have love for you. I mean, we can't always agree, rather, sister, but I still have love for you regardless. You know, she's definitely negating a lot of things here. Like, yes, we can and should be accountable for our own actions. And I believe that black people have been. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else, we just don't get the credit for the things that we have done that's been, you know, beneficial to the country, to the world, to all people, but yet we get penalized for things that, you know, are at a detriment to us. So I understand that, you know, we should take more, ownership in that. However, you know, all of the conversation about it's like that now for white people. Sorry, not sorry. That's really just the conversation now. I don't think it's okay to say, disrespectful things to people, but a feeling of distrust and mistrust and general not wanting to deal with, interact with, want to be around. I mean, that is kind of a coming to you type, chickens coming home to roost type of scenario yet again. Historically, today, now we see the relationship and what has been done to our people, specifically by white people. So no, we shouldn't even have all those names. We know what those names are that we keep within our own selves about people. We have to work on that regardless, but we should be leery and pay attention to our interactions with all people, but definitely with a group of people that has been attached to our general destruction since the beginning of our interaction. So yeah, sorry not sorry, Candace. I mean, colonizers, that was one of the names. That's actually true. We're seeing it happen right now. All right, guys. So thanks so much for watching another Sienna segment with DJ Sienna Chanel. Make sure to comment below. I want to know what you think about what our sister Candace Owens had to say. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.